Bill Murray.
Well, the big question, how successful have they been? And of course, I look out at the audience, and the big question is, how much do you know about them? And how much have they told you? And how much have they allowed you input into the bigger picture? And I don't want to use Copper Ridge as an example for anything, because I disagreed with it immensely. I saw some of the projections on Powers. And the big question becomes priorities. Okay, does Powers have a greater priority than some of the issues here? Does a priority of building Highway 24 and to make it a big interchange and make it faster? If it's faster, the people won't stop and visit your businesses. I've been to too many communities to see it. The bypass road bypasses the business, and the businesses suffer for all of it. They haven't done a good job. They can do better, but I'm still supporting them because I think they can do better. Thank you.
Tony Carpenter.
They've done a great job. We've seen a lot of good things come out of the PPTRA. We need to support them, and we do need to extend the tax and go forward with it. I'd like to see our city use some of their procedures, and I think that we could go a lot further with our city government following what they're doing.
Val Snyder.
Yes, the RTA was a rousing success from the time that it was thought of, working through the public process, the way the public racked and stacked the different kinds of projects, the way they voted on it, and the money that we get from it. It's something that we see every day when we drive on the roads, and we see it because of all the pylons and the orange traffic barrels that we see. So, and it's something that we need to extend.
Tony Exum.
And I would agree. I think we need to continue it. You were involved in the process and voted for this, and I think the PPRTA has done exactly what the citizens has expected it to do. I looked over the last 3 or 4 year reports and all the different intersections, all the work that they've been doing, and I think they've made excellent progress, and I think it should be extended. Thank you.
Douglas Bruce.
These are my kind of odds. There are 6 people up here who just told you that we need to keep taxes high. I think we should reduce the taxes, beginning with holding them to their promise in 2014 to eliminate 0.55% of that 1 cent sales tax. Now, that's the first distinction. So all you folks that want higher taxes, you got 6 people to choose from. All you folks that want limited taxes can vote for the reform team. The second point I want you to remember from 2004 is that they promised that the transit tax for the buses would be additional spending. They broke their promise. They didn't keep their word. And yet everybody here, except me, seems to think that that's just hunky-dory. I don't think it is. I don't think we should have another layer of government that is unaccountable to you, that you people you can't recall. It's called taxation without representation, and we fought a revolution to protest that.
We'll now go to the final 2 questions, and we will start with Mr. Page. Well, I'm getting to that. You just hold it. Where have we heard that before, Douglas? The first question, and it is a yes and no question, yes or no rather. Let your yes mean yes, and let your no mean no.
Maybe.
Do you support collective bargaining for city employees?
Emphatically no.
Bill Murray?
Emphatically, yes.
Tony Carpenter?
I'm going to have to give you a Douglas Bruce maybe.
Sir? Val Snyder?
No.
Tony Exum?
Yes.
No.
No.
Okay. The second and final yes-no question. We'll begin with Mr. Murray. Would you attempt to repeal or modify the City of Colorado Springs unique Tabor legislation?
Emphatically, yes.
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 No. You'll mix up the moderator.
Yes.
Tony Hexum. Douglas Bruce.
Niet.
Randy Williams.
No.
And Sean Page.
Repeal, no. Modify, maybe.
All right. And for the final 60-second wrap-up, we'll begin with Mr. Murray, Bill Murray. Oh, you're right. No, you're right. Start with Tony Carpenter. Thank you.
This is the biggest group that I've seen in a forum in the 10 years that I've been running for council and mayor. I thank each and every one of you for showing up. We need to get people in office that are going to stand up for you. We don't need special interest groups because each and every one of you are a special interest group. We represent all of you. We need to get off of this kick of, we'll cut services, but we're going to, we can't cut services. That should be the last thing to ever cut from our budget. We hurt you citizens, not represented you, and cutting things that should not have been cut. We pay salaries that are too high. You can go to tonycarpenter.net and you can see we have 4 human resource directors in the city of Colorado Springs costing us almost $600,000 a year, and the county has one costing $73,000 a year. We can do this. We can turn this city around. You need people that are not going to sit there and say, head bobbers. The
Okay.
staff is very good. They're very good, and they have convinced a lot of people. We need to get people into there that won't let them do the things they're doing.
Val Snyder.
My name is Val Snyder. I'm an 18-year resident of Colorado Springs, and I'm a retired Air Force officer. I think Colorado Springs is a terrific place to live. I think that you should vote for me because I have 13 years of community involvement to the city and the public. During that involvement, I've been exposed to some key issues that face Colorado Springs. One of the major challenges facing Colorado Springs is the revisions that we're going to make to the city charter due to the new council mayor form of government. Back in 2005, I sat on the Charter Review Commission. I worked with the commission to review the charter, to assess its impacts, and to make recommendations to the council. I see Colorado Springs as a economically vibrant, safe, and connected city of informed residents who are all working toward the same goals. Those are the goals I will work on if I'm elected to council. Vote for Val. Go to valsnyder.com.
Tony Exum.
Thank you very much, and I also want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Appreciate it. I'm a retired battalion chief at Colorado Springs Fire Department. I served you for 36 years as a firefighter, and I'd like to have that opportunity to continue to serve you. I have a passion for service, and I believe in supporting and strengthening ties in our business community, creating a model that's going to entice businesses and residents to move here and to stay here in this community. Also, community centers are very important to me because they saved my life as a young man as I was growing up, and we need to find sustainable funding to continue those. And also, I value I'm a lifelong resident here, been here since 1957, have many years of committed work, and I would like to have an opportunity to continue that work for you. You can visit my website, tonyexum.com. Thank you.
Douglas Bruce.
Thank you for attending tonight. There are 4 other members of our team. 3 of them are speaking in another place, and the meeting's been going so fast that I regret that they may not be able to be here by the time the second panel is done because they're speaking somewhere at 7 o'clock. But you can see them. I hope you'll also get our flyer over there in that far wall to get the information and look at the biography at reformcityhall.com of each of the 5 candidates. I had a photo taken last summer. I think you might recognize that person there. I'm 6'2". The weeds that the city let grow across from Doherty High School were 6'5". That's inexcusable. Why did it happen? It happened because you were being punished for having voted against Jan Martin's 234% city property tax rate increase. I don't think you should be punished. We should restore those services. We should turn on the needed street lights. We should have the city office hours open to the public from 8 to 5, not only half a day, which is what they have now. And we should open the park restrooms and park trash cans. We shouldn't even have to discuss things like that. But we shouldn't have the city punish us. The reform team will do things different. If you're happy with the way the
Time has expired.
If you're happy with the current city council, vote for the other people. If you want to change, vote for the reform.
Brandy Williams.
I'm Brandy Williams. That's Brandy with a Y, and I encourage you all to look at brandywilliams.com for any further information about me. I'm a Colorado Springs native. I was born here. I'm a 4th generation native, so I am not new to Colorado Springs. I graduated from Rampart High School. After high school, I went to Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh and got my civil engineering degree. I missed home, so I came back here, and I've been here for the last 10 years and most recently started my own small business. I encourage you all to pay attention to the fact that even though we do have a strong mayor form of government that is going to be taking place, that the City Council will still be the board for the Colorado Springs Utilities and Memorial Hospital, and those are both vital aspects to this community. Just a quick tip, the budget for Colorado Springs Utilities is $1 billion. So think very carefully when you're going to elect those council members because they are looking over every aspect of that money. Thank you.
Sean Page.
Actually, it's $1.3 billion, but Brandy's right. It is a huge responsibility. I'm Sean Page. I'm the accidental city councilman. I got appointed to fill in for Jerry Heimlicher. I think I've acquitted myself well, if I may say so. I've worked hard at it. I've taken it very seriously, and I have a passion for bringing new ideas. The fact that this Westside Community Center is open tonight is due to me, my efforts, along with my colleagues on City Council, to think our way creatively through the current budget crisis. When I got on council, it was going to be closed. I said, no, let's see if we can bring in partners. Let's see if we can do things differently. So it's the kind of constructive thinking that I've brought to this job through our budget crisis. I'm a journalist. I'm not a politician. But I bring the same things a journalist brings to this job. I bring an inquisitiveness. I bring an ability to ask hard questions and understand when I'm not getting the right answers. I'm going to continue to do that for you. As long as I'm on City Council, you, the taxpayers, will always come first, and that's who I've always put first in every decision that I've made, and I'll continue to do so. It's been an honor to serve you. I hope I can continue to do it.
All right. Bill Murray.
Last but not least, I'm not accidental. I'm here on purpose. Sorry about that. All right, I'm a no-nonsense individual, and the key to success is closure. Make a decision, stick with it. If you need the folks to vote on it, give them the right to vote on it. I spent the last 12 months working at Memorial Commission. I recommended a 501c3 along with other members who sat there and did the diligent research. I want it on the ballot in November. I want to separate the politics from the Colorado Springs Utilities. I want to make this a healthcare destination. I want it to make a tourist destination. I want to make it a retired destination, and I want to make it a business destination, and they're all linked. And that's what you've got to remember. Every bit of it's linked. Every time we have negative publicity, it affects every one of us. You need a strong council. You need a moderate council. You don't need the council to stand in front of you and politic. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now we will bring up the second round of City Council at